Hey all, welcome to my next video. This look is meant to be number 4 of my painting artist series, and this look is dedicated to Gustav Klimt. And I took 2 of his most famous pictures and put those together. And the first one is the portrait of Adele Bloch-Bauer, which you can see in the female character here. And the second one is the Tree of Life. And if you want to see more of my painting artist series videos, check the info box below. And without further ado, let's get started. Eyebrows are covered. I highlight my brow bone with Grimas grease paint in number G0. I first took a brow pencil and carved out a false eyelid. Now I'm taking a Zoeva Cosmetics eyeshadow and put that right over the line I did before, and I just soft everything out and blend everything out towards the brow. With the same color I do also the upper and lower lash line. Eyeshadow is done with Urban Decay eyeshadows in Polyester Bright and Grifter. I take both of them and just mix them together right on my eyelid. Both are shimmery colors. Next is mascara, and I just do the upper and lower lash line a tiny little bit. I want to stick to the painting as close as possible this time, so there is no eyelashes involved, no nothing, just plain mascara to define the lashes a little bit. And then it's brow time, and I covered a third of my eyebrow actually to have space to repaint it, because Adele has a slightly different eyebrow to my actual eyebrow, which you can see on the painting in the info box. And I now define my brow with that brow pencil, and then later on I go in with eyeshadow by Zoeva, as again from the Naturally Yours palette, and just fill in my brow with a little bit of darker eyeshadow. Blend everything in just to have it look a little bit more natural. Time for foundation. Number G0 by Creme does the job perfectly here, and I take a sponge for blending this time just because I felt like it. And don't forget to paint your ears. Time to do the nose contour, and I do that with the bluish gray, and you will later see why, because I want to stick to the painting as close as possible, and I blend that also with the beauty sponge. Then I mix dark gray, brown and blue together, do a little bit of a contour on the nose and a tiny little bit of eyeshadowing around the eyes. The contour may appear quite harsh, but it's as close to the painting as possible. And I also do the same thing on the cheeks and the jawline, the same colors, and blend everything out. I then take a quite orangey colored blush and apply it quite pointy, not too much blending is involved here. And then it's time for lips, and those are done with an OCC color pencil in Grandma. And after that I apply lip vinyl by Saturated Color in the color Magnetic Melon. First you want to carve out the nice little V at the cupid's bow, and then you fill in the complete lip with all the color pencil. If you are not used to the wand, you can also take a brush for application, and I have to restock this great color because it was just a sample. But anyways, it's lovely. Saturated Color has many lip vinyls and amazing shades. And it's easy to work with, very soft. It dries like, matte to glossy, I would say, and it's just amazing. And next is guidelines for all the painting on my neck, and those guidelines are always done in white because white is easier to cover. I take a grease pen for the guidelines. You can also take a pencil for it, that's up to you. You can take the products you want. As always, you don't have to take the exact same products. Every other product will do the job. Because painting between the guidelines would be way too tedious, I just take the sponge and the same foundation color and dab that all over the guidelines, which is not a problem because they shine through anyways. Then I take a brown cream by Grimas and retrace all my guidelines, and because that takes forever, I just fast forward that step. And remember, you don't have to rush yourself, just take your time and paint neat and tidy. For the bubbles, I take Graftobian Cosmetics Colored Metal in Gold and Magic Set and mix both together, and the result is a liquid gold, and I start painting all the bubbles. In the exact same motion, I then do a royal blue. Then I go on mixing green, blue and white and get this turquoise shade. And last I mix white and yellow and do the same again. To create depth, I take Grimas water-based makeup in black and paint all the gaps, first with a very tiny little brush. Then I take the black again, apply it to the very edge of the bubbles and take a dry brush and blend everything away. So obviously with the black I resemble a shadow, and that makes everything look more 3D and looks like the bubbles are lifted up. And I do the exact same on the upper half too. I do a quite harsh line first and then I blend out everything. And by blending out I mean blending up this time, because I want to have the shadow right or on top of the actual line. And that's what makes all the 3D effects. To define and separate the bubbles, I take a grey eyeshadow and put that right on the line which separates each bubble from the other, and then I blend everything in towards the core to get an even more 3D effect. So here's the finished result for you, and I also added all the colors to the Tree of Life later on. And if you liked the video, support me with a thumb up and leave comments in the comment section below. Feedback is always welcome. Check the info box for more details on Gustav Klimt and his work, and especially on all the contact details on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram and Snapchat. I'm especially on Snapchat now, you can add me there too. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel to not miss any more videos, and I thank you very much for watching. Have a great time. See you next time. Bye bye.